What's your name, please?
Mariah Thomas.
All right, Ms. Thomas, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for a city ordinance violation, state misdemeanors, drug paraphernalia.
And Your Honor, the offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, credit, time served, and court costs. Ms. Thomas would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
All right, Ms. Thomas, I'm handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the misdemeanor offense. You'd be adjudicated guilty, be given credit for 3 days that you served in jail, be ordered to pay the costs. I'll give you time to get those paid, and that'll resolve this matter today. You'll be released and there won't be a trial. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Holding up this plea form, it has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
All right, did you have a chance to review the form?
Yes.
Okay, all right, to that charge, state misdemeanors, a city ordinance violation for paraphernalia, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for 3 days plus cost. Give you 350 days to get the cost paid. You have 30 days to appeal. Any appeal must be in writing. You'll be processed and released on this case today. Good luck. And you got, somebody representing Guy Stanley?
Yes.
We've got a witness also.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Can have you identify yourself for the record, counsel?
Yes, Joseph Flynn on behalf of Guy Stanley, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Guy Stanley?
Okay. All right, Mr. Stanley, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for battery and assault, both domestic related, represented by counsel, and let's swear in the witness.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Ayana Morrison.
All right, Ms. Morrison, if Mr. Stanley's released in this matter, do you want to have contact with him or do you want him to stay away from you?
I would like contact, please.
Are you in fear of him?
No, not at all.
Okay. Does the state have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Counsel, Mr. Flynn, do you have any questions?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, thank you, ma'am. State, do you have a position on bond?
Hopefully it's a low ball.
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we'd ask for as low as bond as possible. Mr. Stanley is employed, however, this has disrupted him. He actually was arrested in Seminole County when he was there with his child and was booked that day. And as a result, he's been in jail for almost a week now.
Okay.
So,
All right, I'll set the bond on count 1 at $500, count 2 at $100. I'm going to order that you have no hostile contact with the victim, possess no weapons or firearms.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
thank you, Your Honor.
This is Ortiz? Yes. Okay, Elijah Ortiz.
Morning, Ann.
Morning, counsel. Could you identify yourself for the record?
Yes, Attorney John Quinones. I'm here on behalf of Elijah Ortiz.
Okay, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Elijah Ortiz?
Okay. And can we have the witness's name?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Tierra Corby.
Okay, maybe just pull the mask down and speak more into the microphone.
Tierra Corby.
Okay, if you could speak a little, maybe point that microphone a little more towards your mouth. It's just difficult to hear you. Okay,
Tierra Corby.
thank you, Ms. Corby. All right. Mr. Ortiz, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for false imprisonment. It's domestic related, robbery by sudden snatching, grand theft, and battery. It's domestic related. And ma'am, if Mr. Corby is given a bond and released or able to post bond and is released with conditions, Do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away from you?
He can have contact, that's fine.
You're fine having contact? Do y'all reside together?
Yes.
Okay. Are you in fear of him?
No.
State, do you have any questions for Ms. Corby?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And counsel, do you have any questions?
My understanding is that presently she's residing with her mother, and if he's released on bond, Your Honor, unless they're gonna have no hostile contact, he would like to be able to return to 7836 Copperfield Court, Orlando, Florida, 32825. He's in that lease, but she's also in the lease, but if they're not gonna live together, I believe she is with her mother at 751 Innsbrook Drive.
Okay. Ms. Corby, do you have any objection if the court ordered no hostile contact between the two of y'all?
No.
All right, and State, you have a position on bond?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you have a position on bond?
Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider, the battery DV is a primary, and the false imprisonment. The robbery and the grand theft, they were a dispute as to the property, even on the affidavit, it says that they have been having a dispute on the property. So I would respectfully ask the court for either $1,000 or $1,500 bond.
All right, I'll set the bond in count one at $1,000. Count two at $150, count three at $150, count four at $100. Mr. Ortiz, I'm going to order that you have no hostile contact with Ms. Corby. So if you get upset, okay, just walk away,
Yes, Your Honor.
all right? Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Have a nice rest of your week. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Francisco Rodriguez.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Pigeon, first one on the reset is behavior.
And I will waive, Your Honor.
Okay, so on Mr. Pigeon, I'll appoint the public defender, stay the bond at $500 with the condition that he not return to any Walt Disney World property.
Reset. Oh, wait. We gotta go through. Is your signature? Okay, I'm just making sure.
Good morning, sir. State your name, please.
Francisco Rodriguez Cruz.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for, it's a speed restricted area violation. It was a failure to appear.
Yes, Your Honor. The offer from the state is an adjudication, credit time served, and court costs. Mr. Rodriguez Cruz would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, you heard your attorney. Is that your understanding how the case will be resolved today? Okay, so you'll be adjudicated guilty, be given credit for the 3 days that you served in jail. You'll be released as to this today with the order to pay court costs, and I'll give you time to get the costs paid. We won't have a trial. The case will be resolved. Is that what you want?
Yes.
Okay. Holding up the plea form, it has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
All right, to that misdemeanor, speed in a restricted area violation, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty. Credit for 3 days. I'll give you 350 days to get the costs paid. You have 30 days to appeal. So you'll be processed and released today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Go ahead.
Do I get any
When you get released.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Ronald Siska.
Mr. Siska, you're here for initial appearance.
Get the pen. It's just- Your Honor, the offer from the state to resolve is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to the 7-Eleven located at 1171 East Plant Street and court costs. Mr. Siska would like to accept and enter plea of no contest.
All right, Mr. Siska, I've been handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the two charges, the trespass and the resisting. You'd be adjudicated guilty, be given credit for 3 days, be ordered not to return to that 7-Eleven on Plant Street in Winter Garden.
I'll never go there again.
Okay. And I'll give you time to get the court costs paid. That'll resolve this matter. You'll be released today. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
Holding up the plea form, has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
yeah.
All right, to the charge of trespass after warning, how do you plead?
No contest.
No contest.
And to resisting an officer without violence?
No
No
contest.
contest.
I'll accept your pleas as to both. I'll adjudicate you guilty, credit for 3 days on both counts. Order no return to the 7-Eleven on East Plant Street in Winter Garden. Understand if you go back and they see you're just gonna get rearrested, so you don't wanna go back.
Okay.
I'll give you 350 days to pay the cost, 30 days to appeal. All right, so you'll be processed and released as to this today. All right, good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
My name is Jamel Rowe.
Mr. Rowe, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for aggravated child abuse with a weapon and a battery. It's domestic related. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. All right, state you have a position on bond.
No, Your Honor.
Does the defense have a position on bond?
No, Your Honor, but I would ask that you give him a one-time return with law enforcement to gather his belongings. I don't see any convictions on his history.
I'm going to set the bond at $2,500 on count one, $100 on count two. I am going to order that you have no contact with your cousin, Kamora Harris, no contact with your mother, Janice Swaby, that you maintain a separate residence from them. So they're living at that Edenshire Circle address. You're going to have to live somewhere else. You're to have no contact with either one of them. Now, you can return to that residence one time, but you have to be escorted by law enforcement. Don't go back there alone. Don't have contact with them. Possess no weapons or firearms. All right, good luck. Good morning. Your name, please?
Rayford Valdez.
Mr. Valdez, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and criminal mischief. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. State you have a position on bond.
No, Your Honor.
Does the defense?
I'll just ask for a one-time return, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to set the bond at $5,000 on count one, $150 on count two. I am going to order that you have no contact with Damaria Ruiz Rivera, that you maintain a separate residence from her. If she's living at that Lion Street apartment, you're going to have to live somewhere else. You can return there one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. Don't go back alone. Don't have any contact with her. Don't possess any weapons or firearms or consume alcohol or illegal drugs while this matter's pending.
Your Honor, can I have the case number, please?
It's 22 CF 12550.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, in this case, can we bring in the co-defendant if
Yes,
they want contact with each other?
yes, that's Carissa Smith. There we are. All right, we'll start on the right first. Your name, please?
Patricia Beatty.
And your name, ma'am?
Carissa Smith.
All right, Ms. Smith. All right, you're both here for initial appearance. You've both been arrested for battery. It's domestic related. Patricia Smith,
Beatty.
based on your application for the public defender, you make too much money to qualify. I'm sorry, Patricia Beatty.
Right.
You make too much money to qualify for the public defender. Ms. Carissa Smith, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. And let's start with Ms. Beatty. If Ms. Smith is released on bond or other conditions of release, do you want to have contact with her, or do you want her to stay away from you?
I want to have contact.
Okay. Are you in fear of her?
No.
And Ms. Smith, I'll ask the same questions of you. If Ms. Beatty's released, do you want to have contact with her, or do you want her to stay away from you?
Contact?
Are you in fear of her?
No.
Does the state have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Does the defense have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Well, they both qualified, but for a pretrial release, I would ask for a pretrial release as to my client.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry. Okay. You both qualify for pretrial release. I'll release you on pretrial release, meaning you won't have to post a monetary bond, with the condition that you not have any hostile contact with each other, okay? So things get heated, you got to try and walk the other way, okay? Walk away.
Sir.
Also order both of you to possess no weapons or firearms while this matter is pending.
Do you live here? And Your Honor, where do you live?
Pittsburgh.
Yes, ma'am.
I would ask that both be allowed to return back to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I have no objection to traveling if, yeah, that's not a problem. Okay. All right.
Your Honor, Defendant Beatty has a second case.
Okay. Also, Patricia Beatty, you had a second case, possession of cannabis less than 20 grams. I'll release you on pretrial release on that
Thank
charge
you.
also.
Thank you.
want any conditions for that case?
Oh, I can come.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
Chestnut is currently on mental health status.
Chestnut Mental Health.
Will waive, Your Honor.
All right, I'll appoint the public defender. State, you have a position on bond on Chestnut?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, she can possibly qualify for pretrial. Her print just hasn't cleared.
We do a $500 bond or pretrial release if she qualifies.
Okay. Yeah, it'll, $500 bond or pretrial release if she qualifies with the condition no contact with Nicholas Pine, maintain separate residence, one-time return with law enforcement, and comply with any orders of DCF. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Anthony Daly.
Mr. Daly, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related.
Your Honor, this is another co-defendant case. I believe the next defendant,
Oh, yes, Josh Daly.
yes.
We can bring in Josh Daly also. All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Josh Daly.
All right, both of you are here for initial appearance. And both of you have been arrested for battery. It's domestic related. I'll appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Anthony Daly. Mr. Josh Daly, based on your application for the appointment of the public defender, you make too much money to qualify for the public defender. Okay. And on Mr. Josh Daly, we've got two counts of battery, two separate charges of battery, two separate cases. Okay. So let me ask Mr. Anthony Daly first. If Mr. Josh Bailey is released, do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away from you?
I want him to have contact.
Okay. Are you in fear of him?
No.
And I'll ask the same questions of Josh Daly. If Anthony's released, well, I believe your father, if he's released, do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away from you?
Contact's fine.
Okay. Are you in fear of him?
No fear.
Okay. All right. So I see, State, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Does the defense have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
So on Anthony Daly, looks like you qualify for pretrial release. I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you have no hostile contact with Josh Daly. No objection to traveling. It looks like you live out of state. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. On Josh Daly, and he did not qualify?
His print's just cleared.
He is cleared?
His print's just cleared, so, they have to update everything to see if he qualifies or not.
Okay. So on Joshua Daly, State, do you have a position on bond on Josh Daly?
And not bond per se, Your Honor, but I would ask one of the conditions be no drugs, no alcohol.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Josh Daly, I'm going to set the, Joshua Daly, I'll set the bond, both cases at $500 each, or pretrial release if you qualify. They're still going through and doing the background. No objection to travel. I'm going to order no hostile contact with your father.
Your
Order-
Honor, I apologize. It's two separate case numbers because it's two separate victims. So you have to give the case numbers because for one of them, the victim isn't present.
Okay. So on the case involving your father, that's 22 MM 7273, order no hostile contact with Anthony Daly, order you to consume no alcohol or illegal drugs, possess no weapons or firearms. For the second case, it's a $500 bond or pretrial release if you qualify. And I'm going to order no contact with your girlfriend. It appears to be Whitney Cordova. So at this point, she's not here, so I'm going to order no contact with her. Again, no alcohol or illegal drugs, possess no weapons or firearms, and comply with any orders of the Department of Children and Families. All right, thank you very much.
Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Juan.
I'm sorry, what was your name, please?
Juan Davis.
Okay, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for violation of a pretrial release condition by having contact with the victim in case 22 MM 1732 AO. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State, what's your position on or this is just a
Your Honor, defendant is entitled to a bond. However, on the out-on bond, it is the same victim, and that incident happened October 20th, so a week ago. I'd ask that you revoke bond and hold him no bond.
Okay. Defense?
Your Honor, based on the affidavit, it was a nonviolent offense, although he violated the court's order. I would ask that you consider revoking and doubling the out-on bond as opposed to holding him in no bond. He is employed full-time, so I just ask that you consider revoking and doubling as opposed to holding him as he will lose his employment.
Your Honor, the out-on bond, I believe he was released PTR.
Yes. All right, so on the new case, I'm going to set the bond at $500. On the out-on bond, I'm going to revoke the pretrial release. You know what, no, I'm going to leave the pretrial release in place. Sir, this is what you need to understand. When the court orders no contact, it means no contact. Clearly, she won't hesitate to call the police. If you come back because you have, you have contact with her or otherwise violate the conditions of pretrial release, expect to be held on no bond, and then you'll sit in jail until the case gets resolved. Does that make sense?
Sir.
Okay, no contact. I don't want you to lose your job. I'm sure, I read in the affidavit, y'all have a child together. I'm sure that, you know, that won't do anybody any good, but you can't have contact with her. All right? Okay.
And
So
just to be clear, you're taking no action on the.
I'll take no action on the out-on bond.
Okay, and then conditions for the violation, just no contact with victim?
No contact with the victim, possess no weapons or firearms. Morning, your name, sir?
Rudy Jean-Pierre.
Mr. Jean-Pierre, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Yes, sir.
State you have a position on bond.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, defense?
Qualifies for pretrial release. I would ask for pretrial release and a one-time return, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Jean-Pierre, I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you have no contact with Regina Kreiger, if I'm saying that right.
Yes, sir.
You have to maintain a separate residence from her.
Sir.
So if she's living at that St. James Road address, you have to live somewhere else while this matter's pending, okay?
Sir.
You can return to the residence one time with law enforcement escorting you to get your personal belongings. Don't go back there alone. Don't have contact with her.
Okay.
And I'll impress upon you, like the gentleman before, he got rearrested because he went and had contact, okay? So don't have any contact with her.
Yes, sir.
Also possess no weapons or firearms. All right.
Thank you.
Good luck. Morning, ma'am. Your name, please? Ms. Jones, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for battery. It's domestic related. Okay, at this time, do you want me to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this case, or are you going to hire an attorney, ma'am?
No, I'm okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said. You're going to hire an attorney, okay. State you have a position on bond on Ms. Jones?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I'll set the bond at $500. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim, Ms. Allen, that you possess no weapons or firearms, maintain a separate residence from her. If you have a shared residence, you can return one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. Don't go back there alone. Also, comply with any orders of the Department of Children and Families. Good luck. All right. Good morning, counsel. Could you identify yourself for the record?
Good morning, Joe Castroford on behalf of the defendant.
Thank you. Ma'am, your name, please?
Maldonado.
All right, Ms. Maldonado, thank you. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. And let's swear in the witness.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please state your name for the record.
Paul Steven Michelina.
Could you speak more into the microphone, sir?
Paul Steven Michelina.
Thank you, Mr. Michelina, if I'm saying that correctly. Sir, if Ms. Maldonado is released, do you want to have contact with her, or do you want her to stay away from you?
I will have contact with her.
Are you in fear of her?
No.
Could y'all live together?
No.
Okay. All right. State, do you have any questions for the witness,
No,
victim?
Your Honor.
Counsel, do you have any questions?
No questions.
Okay. All right, thank you, sir. State, you have any position on bond?
No, Your Honor.
She qualifies for pretrial release. Do you object to that?
I don't.
And counsel, do you have a position on bond or pretrial release?
Be fine with a $500 bond, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'll set bond at $500 or pretrial release if she wants to do pretrial release. That's your choice. With the condition you have no hostile contact with the victim, consume no alcohol, illegal drugs, possess no weapons or firearms. Okay?
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Good morning. Your name, please?
Ramson.
Mr. Ramson, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. At this point, do you want me to appoint an attorney to represent you, or do you want to hire your own attorney?
A public defender.
You want a public defender? Okay, did you fill out an application for the public defender?
No, that is it.
What's your approximate take-home pay per week?
Per week, 700.
Okay, do you have any dependents? Do you have any kids?
Yeah.
Okay, how many? Okay, you qualify. I'll appoint the office of the public defender. All right, and let's swear in the witness.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Emily Miranda.
Okay, try to talk a little bit more into the microphone. I appreciate it.
Emily Miranda.
Okay, all right, Miss Miranda Fay, if Mr. Ramson is released, do you want to have contact with him, or do you want him to stay away from you?
Contact.
Maybe you just need to pull that down and just speak more to the microphone. Yeah. You want to have contact with him?
Yeah.
Are you in fear of him?
No.
State, do you have any questions for Miss Miranda Fay?
No, Your Honor.
Does the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. State, what's your position on bond?
I have no position, Your Honor. He does qualify for pretrial release. No objection.
Defense?
Your Honor, could we do pretrial release or a $500 bond in this particular case?
Okay. All right, Mr. Ramson, I'll set the bond at $500 or pretrial release. I'll leave it up to you with the condition that you have no hostile contact with Miss Miranda Fay. If you get upset, you got to just turn around, walk away, okay? Possess no weapons or firearms. All right, thank you, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Shiana Johnson.
Ms. Johnson, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested on a Seminole County warrant, 2 cases, fleeing or attempting to elude and operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. They've set bond at $8,000 on the first case, $263 on the second case. Very specific. If you're able to, you can post bond here in Orange County and be released out of Orange County Jail. If you can't post the bond, they'll call Seminole County, and Seminole County will come get you within 24 hours. Okay?
So, if I bail out here, I would still have to go to Seminole? Or?
Yes, ma'am. If you bond out here, they'll give you either court dates or contact the clerk to get court dates in Seminole County.
Okay.
So if you're able to post the bond, they'll release you right from here. You won't be transported. Otherwise, they'll call Seminole, they'll transport you, and that 24 hours doesn't include the weekend, so you'd hope they'd come by tomorrow, but it may not be until Monday.
Oh.
So I mean, I don't know. I just want to give you information, so. All right, good luck, ma'am.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Richard Anthony Torres.
Okay, Mr. Torres. I don't have a Mr. Torres. Richard Anthony Torres? I don't have a. Let's see, maybe it was,
We only
when
had
it stuck to the
Johnson
back of
on
that
that
one?
Computer just did something.
Yeah, I wasn't in my, I've got a, I don't have that affidavit, or does somebody have a? We're looking it up.
He already, bonded his surety bond.
You've already bonded?
That's
Yeah,
what it's showing.
that's
on
why I don't
our-
want the paperwork.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Jabari Jones, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for a violation of probation based on the application for the appointment of the public defender. You make too much money to qualify for the public defender at this point. You were arrested for, as I said, violation. You were on probation for unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Allegations that you violated are that you failed to report probation as ordered. The judge signed a warrant indicating no bond. Okay. You know, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in this case.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Christopher James Keller.
Mr. Keller, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for violation of community control. You were on community control for, looks like a failure to comply as a sex offender. Allegations are that you failed to report. I'll appoint the public defender. Additional conditions of violation are failure to remain confined to residence on 2 occasions and absconding whereabouts unknown as of the beginning of the month. Bond is set at none, and I've appointed the public defender to represent you.
And Your Honor, he also has the HRSO detainer.
Okay. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Brian Lucas.
Mr. Lucas, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender. You were arrested for a violation of probation. You were on probation for grand theft motor vehicle. Allegations that you violated are you committed a new offense, driving with a suspended license with knowledge. Judge set the bond at none. Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Christopher Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a violation of probation, and that was an on-view violation. You were also arrested for a new offense of driving with a suspended license. Are you asking me to appoint the public defender in these cases, or are you going to hire an attorney?
I'll hire an attorney.
Okay. All right, so on the new offense, the bond is set at $500. On the violation of probation, on view, what's the state's position on the on-view violation of bond or not? Here's on
It's
drug
a driving offense, correct?
drug offender probation, yeah, possession of cocaine.
Oh. Recognizing that he is not entitled to a bond, Your Honor, because it's a violation of probation, based on his history and the new law offense, state has no objection to a bond, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, I'll set a bond. Set a bond at $2,500. I am going to order that you not drive without a valid license.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I'm going to order that you report back to probation within 48 hours of your release.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good luck.
And Your Honor, he also has the violent felony offender special concerns detainer.
He's got, okay, that.
Doesn't that usually mean he's going to be held for 5 days?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll put Dorcius aside. All right, good morning, sir. State your name, please.
Robert Crew.
Mr. Crew, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for 2 separate trespass on property after warning.
Yeah.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, there was an offer to resolve with an adjudication of guilt, 5 days, Orange County Jail with credit for 2. No return to the 7-Eleven located at 1755, the Econ Trail.
Yes.
Yes.
And court costs, Mr. Crew would like to accept an plea of no contest.
And is that as to both?
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe so, Your Honor. It's a bit,
The second address I thought was maybe 9562 East Colonial Drive. I'm not sure.
I couldn't really understand, but let's just, yeah, let's say the 9562 is the second location.
Okay.
It's just.
Yes.
9562. Okay. It's two 7-Elevens, it looks like. All right, Mr. Crew, I've been handed a plea form indicating you wish to withdraw your plea of not guilty and or a plea of no contest to both separate charges, trespass after warning. It looks like 2 separate 7-Elevens, one on North Econ Trail, the other one on Colonial Drive. You'd be adjudicated guilty on both, 5 days in the county jail on both, with credit for 2 on both, and those are to run concurrent to each other. I mean, they run together. And that you pay the costs. I'll give you time to get the costs paid. That'll resolve both these cases. You'll be released as to these 2 cases today. Is that your understanding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry, what did you just say, Your Honor? The 5 days with credit for
2.
Okay,
Yeah. Concurrent.
okay.
They run together. Okay. All right, Mr. Crew, I'm holding up the plea form. Has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yeah. I'll be released today.
You'll be released as to these 2 today unless there's something else holding you.
Your Honor, if it's 5 days and credit for 2, he's not going to be released today.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's correct. I'm sorry.
Yes.
You're not going to be released today. You've got credit for 2 days, so you still have a couple days to do. Okay. All right, sir. So in 22 MM 7264 to the offense of trespass after warning, how do you plead?
No contest.
All right, I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, 5 days in the county jail, credit for 2, so you still have couple days to do. Order you not to return to 1755 Econ Trail in Orlando, plus costs, and I'll give you 350 days to pay the cost. In the second case, 22 MM 7265, trespass after warning, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, I'll accept that. Adjudicate you guilty, order you 5 days in the county jail, credit for 2 to run concurrent with the other case. No return to 9562 East Colonial Drive, 7-Eleven. 350 days to pay the cost. Those run concurrent to each other, concurrent to any other sentence you currently may be serving. 30 days to appeal on both. Okay, all right. Good luck, sir. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Chesnell Dorcius.
Mr. Dorcius, you're here for an arraignment. You've been charged with petty theft, second-degree misdemeanor.
We're going to enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Office of Public Defender previously appointed, not guilty plea, and we'll set you for the pretrial Division 61.
It's gonna be November 21st at 9 o'clock in courtroom 7C.
All right. Good luck, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Patricia Mylander.
All right, ma'am, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for loitering or prowling. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Got a $250 bond. What's the state's position on the out on bond?
Your Honor, I believe there are comp issues, and based on that, I would ask the court to take no action.
All right, so I'll take no action. You've got a $250 bond on the new case. I am going to order that you not return to 2715 South Orange Avenue in Orlando. That's a Walmart market. And the public defender's appointed in both cases. All right. Good luck. Good morning. Your name, sir?
John McManus.
Mr. McManus, you're here for initial appearance. All right, you've been arrested for failing to register as a sex offender. All right, you got a bond of $2,500 on that case, and it looks like we got another one. I can't tell what the status of that is.
Your Honor, defendant was arrested June 13th. As of today's date, no formal charges have been filed.
Okay, and I'll take no action on the out on bond. So you've got a $2,500 bond. I'll appoint the public defender in the new case. Morning. Your name, please? Centerica Mills. Thank you, ma'am. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to Capias for failing to appear for a hearing on July 13th this year. The judge set bond at none for failing to appear and indicated that the court is to be notified within 48 hours of your arrest. Looks like it's on a drug charge. Okay.
I already been here before for that.
Okay. Well, they're going to take you back to see the judge.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Your Honor, we're going to arraignment.
What's that?
Arraignment.
Yeah, arraignments. All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Seth Bonar.
Mr. Bonar, you're here for an arraignment. Office of the Public Defender previously appointed to represent you. This is on a violation of probation on a DUI. All right. So it'll be denied. We'll set it for a VOP hearing, Division 81.
December 5th at 9 o'clock in courtroom 6B.
All right. Good luck, sir. All right, good morning. Your name, sir?
Alex Cardona, Santiago.
Sir, you're here for an arraignment on a charge of driving with a suspended license with knowledge.
Your Honor, the offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and court costs. Mr. Cardona would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. All right, sir, I've been handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the offense of driving with a suspended license with knowledge. You'd be adjudicated guilty. You're not actually in custody on this. It must be in on something else. So you'd be adjudicated guilty, be ordered to pay the costs. I'll give you time to get the costs paid, and that'll resolve this matter. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm holding up the plea form. It has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, to that offense of driving with a suspended license with knowledge, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, order you to pay the court costs. I'll give you 350 days to pay the cost. You've got 30 days to appeal. Any appeal must be in writing. And we do need a set of prints.
And Your Honor, could you give, he has a serious offense that he's being held on
Oh, okay, it would be,
upon release.
it would be 350 days upon release from any incarceration to pay those costs.
Just get 1 day.
He's not in custody on this. So there's no credit. All right, good morning. Your name, sir?
Daryl May, sir.
Mr. May, you're here for an arraignment. Okay, it looks like, okay, so it's arraignment on a violation of probation. Looks like you were on probation for reckless driving, alcohol related. Do you want me to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this matter, or are you going to hire an attorney?
Attorney.
Okay, all right, hire your own attorney. So we'll enter a denial and set it for a VOP hearing in Division 80.
It's gonna be November 18th at 9:30 in courtroom 9C.
Good luck, sir. Good morning. Your name, sir?
Ron Haynes.
Mr. Haynes, you're here for an arraignment. You've been charged with resisting an officer without violence and trespass in a structure. The Office of the Public Defender previously appointed to represent you.
The offer, Your Honor, is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to 635 West Moore Drive. There's also a cost of investigation in the amount of $162.06 to the Orlando Police Department, as well as court costs. Mr. Haynes would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
All right, Mr. Haynes, I've been handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the misdemeanors, be resolved with an adjudication of guilt, credit for the 35 days you've served in jail, order you not to return to the scene, pay the costs and cost investigation. I'll give you time to get that paid. But that'll resolve this and you'd be released as to this today, this charge, or these two charges. Is that your understanding and is that what you want to do?
Oh, yes, sir.
Holding up the plea form, it has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, sir.
All right, to the offense of resisting an officer without violence, how do you plead?
No contest.
And the charge of trespass in a structure, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept your pleas. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the 35 days you served in the county jail, order you not to return to 635 North Westmore Drive, order you pay costs and cost investigation of $162.06 to OPD. I'll give you 350 days to get those costs paid. You've got 30 days to appeal. Any appeal must be in writing. All right. Good luck, sir.
Oh, my God. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Richard La Posta, sir.
Mr. La Posta, you're here for an arraignment in charge of resisting an officer without violence, and the Office of the Public Defender was previously appointed to represent you.
Enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Enter a plea of not guilty. Will set you for the pretrial conference, Division 81.
December 2nd at 9 o'clock in courtroom 6B.
Good luck. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Nathaniel Thomas.
Mr. Thomas, you're here for an arraignment. You've been charged with resisting an officer without violence, and the Office of the Public Defender was previously appointed.
We're going to enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Enter a not guilty plea, and we'll set you for the pretrial, Division 85.
November 14th at 9 o'clock in courtroom 4A.
Good luck, sir. Okay, so we'll just set him aside. All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Nakia Gibson.
Mr. Gibson, you're here for,
Sleeping at my mother's house.
you're here
Where I live
for,
at.
you're here for trespass in a structure or conveyance for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender.
Say who? Initial appearance, what? Failure to what?
Listen, I'll explain it again. You're here for initial appearance.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you why, I'm just
Right.
saying why, telling you why you're arrested. You're arrested for trespass in a structure or conveyance. Got a $500 bond. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you,
All right.
all right? And I'm going to order that you not return to the scene where you got arrested in this case. Good luck. That's it.
Excuse me. Isn't there a law saying when you live with somebody, they have a certain amount of time for you to get off the property? It hasn't been that time. This is my mother's house, and my ID has her address on it. I'm at home,
Okay.
sir.
Today's not a trial. I've appointed you an
Excuse me,
attorney.
excuse-
I've appointed you an attorney. Today's not a trial, so we're not
The
going to
la-
get to
the
we're not
last
going to get to the
time-
bottom of it.
The last time that I got this charge, I did 30 days over the maximum. I'm just trying to get it straight because
Okay.
I don't want to do 30 days or 60 days on.
I don't want you to do one more day than is,
How do I avoid that? This,
you've got an attorney, so you need to contact your attorney at the public defender's office.
until they don't. Oh,
Incompetent. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Garibaldi Grullon Gonzalez.
All right, sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for resisting an officer without violence. I'll appoint the public defender.
Yes, Your Honor. The offer from the state is an adjudication, credit time served and court costs.
This guy, he don't, wasn't, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I want to get, well, I want to get out, I'm going to go home. I want to go home.
He wants to accept and enter plea of no contest. I was just double checking, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, sir. If you wish to resolve it, you got to sign the plea form. So I'm being handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the charge of resisting an officer without violence. The agreement is that you be adjudicated guilty. You'll be given credit for the time you served in jail. That's 2 days. And you'll be ordered to pay the costs, and I'll give you time to get the costs paid. That'll resolve it. You'll be released as to this charge today. Is that your understanding? Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir, I want to do that.
Okay. Holding up the plea form, it has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
All right, to that misdemeanor resisting without violence, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, credit for 2 days. I'll give you 350 days to pay the court cost. You have 30 days to appeal, so you'll be processed and released as to this today.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, good luck. Okay. All right, good morning. Your name, sir?
Malcolm Cooper.
Mr. Cooper, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for petty theft. Got a $250 bond. Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case, or are you going to hire an attorney?
Appointed public defender.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender. Got a $250 bond, and I'm going to order that you not return to the 7-Eleven on South John Young Parkway. All right? Good luck. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Mr. La Fortune.
All right. Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a trespass after warning.
Yes, Your Honor. The offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, 30 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2, and no return to 5455 Is it Pont Vista?
Point Vista Circle.
And there's court costs. And he would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. All right, sir, I'm being handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the offense, trespass after warning. You'd be adjudicated guilty of the offense, 3 days in the county jail. You have credit for 2 already. You're ordered not to return to 5455 Point Vista Circle and pay the costs, and that'll resolve this matter today. Is that your understanding? Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Holding up the plea form has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom? All right. All right, to that offense, trespass after warning, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept no contest. I'll adjudicate you guilty. 3 days in the county jail, credit for 2, no return to 5455 Point Vista Circle. I'll give you 350 days to get the court costs paid. You've got 30 days to appeal. All right, good luck, sir. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Jonathan Jesse Laurinaga.
Mr. Laurinaga, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for resisting an officer without violence and also disorderly conduct.
It's not here. The offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 in court costs. Mr. Laurinaga would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay, in 22 MM 7263 to the charge resisting an officer without violence, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll adjudicate you guilty, 5 days in the county jail, credit for 2 days that you've already served, give you 350 days to pay the cost, 30 days to appeal, and as to the city ordinance violation, disorderly conduct, the court will just dismiss it. Good luck, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please? Say Burns?
Yeah, it's out of order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Burns. Huh? Let's see. Let's dig down, find Burns.
He's like 3 people down, Your Honor.
Okay.
Individuals after the one that you see on your paperwork.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
He's about 3 individuals behind the person you see on your paperwork. You may see Smith.
Your Honor, on our docket, we got him on misdemeanor playable, but apparently he should have been given a time.
Nothing back. I don't have a Burns. Okay, there we go. Andrew James Ferris. Okay, I thought I heard Burns. It's my fault. Okay. All right, sir, you're here for initial appearance. Thank you. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for disorderly conduct, a city ordinance violation. I've been handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to that offense. You've given adjudicated guilty, given credit for 2 days plus cost, and I'll take no action on the out on bond, and that'll resolve this matter today. Is that your understanding? Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
I'm holding up the plea form. It has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, to that city ordinance violation, disorderly conduct, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept the plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty, credit for 2 days, give you 350 days to pay the cost. I'll take no action on the out on bond.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Right. Good luck.
Good luck also. God bless you.
What was time, sir?
2 days. Good morning. Your name, please? Or good afternoon.
Levance Smith.
Mr. Smith, you're here for initial appearance. You have been arrested for resisting an officer without violence and loitering or prowling, 2 misdemeanors.
Your Honor, the offer from the state is a withhold credit time served and court costs. Mr. Smith would like to accept and insert plea of no contest.
Okay. All right, Mr. Smith, I'm being handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the misdemeanor charges and that the agreed sentence is a withhold of adjudication, credit for the 1 day you served in jail, and I'll give you time to get the cost paid. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Holding up the plea form has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
All right. To that charge, resisting an officer without violence, how do you plead?
No contest.
And to the charge of loitering or prowling, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept your pleas. I'll withhold adjudication, 1 day credit, 350 days to pay the cost, 30 days to appeal. Good luck.
Your Honor, he also has the add-on bond for case number 22 CF 010859 AO.
Oh, I don't have an add-on bond, but it's, okay, there we go.
He was arrested September 17th. The state has not filed formal
Okay.
charges yet,
Then
Your
I'll-
Honor.
Yeah, state hadn't filed, I'll take no action. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Lonnie Joe Tumberland, sir.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested pursuant to a Capias for failing to appear for trial on October 24th this year on a charge of petty theft, the prior conviction. Judge set bond at none.
Okay.
Good luck.
You gotta go back.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
John Favor Jr.
Mr. Failer, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for disorderly conduct, city ordinance violation.
And the offer from the state was an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and court costs. Mr. Fowler would like to accept and enter plea of no contest.
All right, sir, I've been handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the misdemeanor charge. You'll be adjudicated guilty, credit for 2 days you served in jail, and I'll give you time to get the cost paid. That'll resolve this matter, and you'll be released as to this charge today. Is that your understanding? Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Holding up the plea form has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, to that ordinance offense, disorderly conduct, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept that, adjudicate you guilty, credit for 2 days, 350 days to pay the cost, 30 days to appeal. Okay, good luck. All right, good afternoon. Your name, please?
Jennifer Ann Esslinger.
Ma'am, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for failure to appear at arraignment on a charge of operating a motor vehicle without a valid license. And also failure to appear for arraignment on a charge of no motor vehicle registration. I'll appoint the public defender in both cases.
Your Honor, there was an offer to resolve
Okay,
with a withhold of adjudication credit for the time she's been in here in court costs. Ms. Esslinger would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
okay. All right, ma'am, I've been handed a plea form indicating you wish to plead no contest to the two misdemeanors. It's a withhold of adjudication, credit for the 1 day you've served in jail, and pay the costs, and I'll give you time to get those costs paid. That'll resolve this matter. You'll be released as to this today. Is that your understanding, and is that what you want to do? Holding up the plea form has your name at the top. Is that your signature at the bottom?
The one you just signed.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh, the one you just signed.
Did you sign, what I'm holding up, is that the one you signed?
Oh, yes, yes, sir. I thought you meant to grab it.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. To the charge of operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, how do you plead to that?
No contest.
And to having no motor vehicle registration, how do you plead?
No contest.
I'll accept your pleas. I'll withhold on both cases. Give you credit for 1 day. Order that you pay the costs, and I'll give you 350 days to get the cost paid, 30 days to appeal. All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Yana McWhorter Barnes, bonded.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Your name, sir?
Ricardo Severo, sir.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested in 2 cases. First case, you were arrested pursuant to a warrant on a charge of aggravated assault. The bond has been set at $10,000. Order no contact with the victim, no return to the scene, possess no firearms or weapons. Second case you were arrested on is a possession of cocaine and drug paraphernalia. The bonds have been set at $1,000 on count 1, $100 on count 2. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in both cases.
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Good afternoon, ma'am. Your name, please? Ma'am, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant on charges of sale and delivery of cocaine, sale and delivery of ketamine. The bonds have been set at $7,500 on the first count, $500 on the second count, total of $8,000, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Good luck. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please? Mr. Brinson, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant on a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I'll appoint the public, are you asking me to appoint the public defender in this case, or are you going to hire an attorney?
I have an attorney.
Okay. Do you want to reset this matter for your attorney to appear? We can reset it for tomorrow, or we can proceed today with the initial appearance.
Sir, I don't really understand.
Okay, then let me explain again. Today's initial appearance, the initial appearance is why I tell you why you're here in jail right now, okay? You've been arrested for a charge of aggravated assault stemming from the 30th of September of this year. At the initial appearance, you're entitled to be represented by an attorney if you want. You're saying, do you have an attorney? If you want the attorney to appear, we can reset this matter to tomorrow. The court can then consider a bond.
Oh,
If you want to proceed today without an attorney, we can proceed without an attorney.
no, sir. The first thing you said, sir.
You want to reset it, or do you want to proceed?
Yes, reset it, sir.
Reset it, okay. All right, we'll reset this initial appearance for tomorrow. So you're going to have to reach out, contact your attorney, and ask your attorney to appear.
Okay.
Okay, all right. All right, good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Mark Brown.
Mr. Brown, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear at a case management conference back July 14th of this year, a charge of grand theft. The judge set the bond at none, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in this case, if not previously appointed. Okay? Good luck. Coleman bonded, thank you. All right, good afternoon. Your name, please?
Jaquan Daniels.
Mr. Daniels, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant on charges exploitation of the elderly, 1 count, illegal use of a credit card, fraudulent impersonation, and grand theft. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. The bonds have been set, $2,500 on count 1, $500 each on the remaining 3 counts. Good luck.
Yana Ray Delion,
I will waive the appearance if you appoint us, Your Honor.
On Mr. DeLeon, it's a possession of cocaine. I'll appoint the public defender, bond set at $2,500. What's the state's position on he's out on a ROR and a trespass?
Your Honor, he was arrested September 17th and formal charges haven't been filed.
Okay.
No action.
Court will take no action. All right. And is this our John Doe? Yes, John. Okay, all right. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please? What's your name, please? Okay, all right. Well, if you're Mr. John Doe, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for grand theft, motor vehicle, petty theft, and 2 counts of resisting an officer without violence. Bonds are set at $1,000 on count 1, $250 on count 2, $500 each on counts 3 and 4.
And Your Honor, I would ask that you ROR as to 1 count of resisting an officer without violence, as the state can only move forward on 1 charge when it's stemming from the same incident.
I think that's appropriate.
Thank you.
So I'll ROR on count 4.
And
I'll appoint the public defender.
he has been identified, Your Honor. He also has an open case in Osceola, 22 CF 001499.
State, do you know the status of the open case?
Yes, Your Honor, it's leaving the scene of an accident with injury, happened May 22nd. As of today's date, no formal charges have been filed.
All right, then I'll take no action on that for Mr. Jaden Johnson. Okay. All right.
Your Honor, Dowdell Antonio, bonded.
Dowdell bonded, thank you. Good afternoon. Your name, please? Ms. England, you're here for initial appearance. All right, you were arrested for failing to appear at a pretrial conference on October the 12th on a charge of possession of cocaine. The judge set bond at $2,000, and the public defender is appointed if not previously appointed. All right, good luck. All right, good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Wesley.
You got a last name, Wesley?
Estevo.
Mr. Estevo, you're here for an initial appearance. You were arrested for possession of a counterfeit driver's license and possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis. Okay, based on your application for a public defender, you make too much money to qualify at this point. The bond on count 1 is set at $5,000. The bond on count 2 is set at $200. Good luck. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Nelson Figueroa.
Mr. Figueroa, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of MDMA. I'm going to appoint the public defender. Bond set at $1,000.
I already got the public defender.
Okay, good luck.
And what, y'all not gonna,
You've got the public defender on this case.
I'm saying, what, y'all not gonna tell me how much time y'all gonna give me?
No.
No, today's the only, today's appearance is the initial appearance. I just tell you why you're in jail.
Wait, what he called me was,
Stop, don't.
Today's not the trial. I just tell you why you're in jail.
Five years? Since he wants to know how much time, 5 years?
Right.
All right. Good afternoon. Your name, ma'am?
Crystal Hamilton.
Ms. Hamilton, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant. Charges of grand theft, third degree, and resisting a merchant. And the bonds have been set at $2,500 on count one and $500 on count two. And I'm going to order that you now return to the scene and no contact with the victim. Good luck, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please? Mr. Henry, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver, possession of MDMA, and resisting an officer without violence. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Bond has been set at $15,000 on count one, $2,000 on count two, and $500 on count three.
Your Honor, would you consider reducing count two as a subsidiary, or at least 500, being that he was cooperative with police, law enforcement?
State, do you have an objection to that?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, I'll reduce, count two, I'll reduce the bond from $2,000 to $500. Okay, good luck. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
William Kirk.
Mr. Kirk, you're here for initial appearance. You have been arrested for driving as a habitual traffic offender. I'll appoint the public defender. Bond has been set at $2,500. And state, you have a position on the out on bond? Or I guess he's ROR'd.
Your Honor, understanding that they're not related, the issue is that formal charges have been filed, that Mr. Kirk does have history. So although he's on ROR, I would ask that you revoke that, but set a bond instead, please, Your Honor.
Your Honor, given that it's a driving offense, I would ask that you take no action on the out on bond, as they're not related.
Your Honor, it's his second driving offense as an habitual offender.
Let's see here. Something. Okay. Yeah, I'll just note that it's, he was driving in the case that he was out on bond on. He just didn't charge him. So I am going to revoke the ROR, and I'll set a bond. And the trafficking in fentanyl, I'll set the bond at $25,000. The remaining counts will be ROR, and order you not to drive without a valid license. Good luck.
Your Honor, Thomas Lenore refused.
I will waive, Your Honor, if you appoint.
Okay. On Mr. Lenore, I'll appoint the public defender. Bond on count one, $1,500, $500 on count two. And he is out on ROR on that out on bond. Is the state filed on that?
Yes, Your Honor, arraignment is set for November 3rd.
Okay. I'm going to revoke that ROR and set the bond at none.
Your Honor, with regard to the new law, can I ask for no contact with the co-defendant?
And order no contact with co-defendant Whitney Turner. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Jeffrey Lewis.
Mr. Lewis, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for fleeing or attempting to elude and a driving with suspended license. Okay. I'll appoint the public defender. State you have a position on bond. Yes, I did.
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have a position on bond?
I would just ask for a reasonable bond, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'll note the allegation is there was contact made with police vehicles. It's aggravating. I'm going to set the bond at $5,000 on count one. Set at 25. Stay at $2,500 on count two. Order you not to drive without a valid license. All right. Good luck. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Jason Lidecker.
Mr. Lidecker, you're here for initial appearance. Been arrested for failing to appear at a status hearing on April 26th of this year, and the bond set at none. The two charges, possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia. All right, good luck.
Is there any way I can get a bond?
You'll have to go back in front of the judge that this case is in front of. Good afternoon. Your name, sir?
Excuse me?
What's your name, please?
Cedric Miller.
Mr. Miller, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for possession of MDMA. The bond set at $1,000.
It was an empty bag. Residue.
You were also arrested for a city ordinance violation. It's a trespass. All right, and that bond is set at $250. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in these cases. All right, good luck.
I'm not paying. I don't have no money.
He doesn't, Your Honor, it doesn't look like, was he interviewed?
No.
Could you do the bonds or pretrial release if he qualifies?
Yeah,
He wasn't-
it'll be the bond or pretrial release on if you qualify.
Park, Charlene refused.
Okay,
And I will waive the appearance, Your Honor.
okay. And, all right, I'll appoint the public defender on Ms. Park's case. Bonds will be stayed 1,000 on each count. That's 4 times 1,000. I'll take no action on the misdemeanor out on bond. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please? Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for driving with a permanent revocation, your DL, and having no motorcycle endorsement.
Four-wheeler, Your Honor. Took out the yard and crunk it up for a guy and took it up the street.
Okay, understand you've got the right to remain silent. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And let me look is. Yeah. Bond is set at $5,000 on count one, $100 on count two.
Your Honor, I don't know if you would consider reducing count one to 2,500, given that his last charge was back, it looks like 2016 for criminal mischief.
What's the state's position on that?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, I'll reduce the bond to $2,500 on count one, $100 on count two. All right. Good luck. Good afternoon. Your name, ma'am?
Rodriguez, no, so.
All right, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of fentanyl, possession of cocaine. All right, pursuant to a warrant, I'll release you on pretrial release with random drug testing. All right, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Any additional conditions? Any other conditions, Your Honor?
Just random, no drugs, random testing. All right. Good afternoon. Your name, please? What's your last name, Maria?
She figure it's Perdera now, I just haven't changed it in the system.
Okay. Ma'am, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for burglary of a dwelling with an assault or battery therein. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Okay. What's the state's position on bond?
Your Honor, this is a first-degree felony punishable by life. However, based on the facts of this case and also defendant's history, I have no objection to a bond. I would, however, ask that there be no drugs, no alcohol, and random testing as well, please, Your Honor.
Okay. Defense?
I just ask that you consider the fact she has no history when setting the bond.
All right. I'm going to set the bond at $5,000. I'm going to order that you not return to 3004 East Jefferson Street. That's where you were arrested in this matter. That you not consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and you'll be subject to random urinalysis. Good luck. Good afternoon. Your name, please?
Gerard Smith, sir.
Mr. Smith, you're here for initial appearance. Okay. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Been arrested on 7 charges. Possession of alprazolam with intent to sell or distribute, possession of methamphetamine with intent to sell or distribute, possession of amphetamine with intent to sell or distribute, possession of MDMA, possession of cocaine with intent to sell or distribute, misdemeanor possession of cannabis, and possession of buprenorphine. I'm saying that correct? Okay. And the bonds have been set at $150 each on counts 1, 2, and 3, $15,000 on count 4, $150 on 150 on count 5, 100 on count 6, 150 on count 7. Like I said, I'll appoint the public defender and state what your, has that out on bond been filed on?
No, Your Honor, he was arrested August 6th, and no formal charges have been filed yet.
All right, I'll take no action on the out on bond. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Jesse Stevenson.
Mr. Stevenson, you're here for initial appearance. I'll appoint the public defender. You were arrested for possession of cocaine. Bond set at $1,000. All right. Good luck.
Your Honor, Whitney Turner is on mental health status.
I will waive, Your Honor.
Okay, so she's been arrested, and I'll appoint the public defender in both cases. On the grand theft motor vehicle, the bond will be stayed at 5,000. Cocaine, 1,500, and paraphernalia, 500. The second case, the driving with suspended license with knowledge, that bond is set at 500. And state, what's your position on the out on bond?
Your Honor, she was just arrested September 16th. No formal charges have been filed. With regard to the new law offense, the drug, she has the co-defendant. I would ask for no contact with the co-defendant, Your Honor.
On the out on bond, I'm going to revoke the bond and set it at none. I'll order no contact with the co-defendant, Thomas Lenore.
Thank you.